We'll get to our next guest analyst. Cotton's down 152 points. It's all kind of red there. That's July. 79.58's last. We lost that 80 line. Look at the high, 82.17. Wow. Deese, that's down 127 points to 76.83. All right, let's bring him on. Let's wind him up and let him go. That's going to be Robin Cross from StoneX in Chicago. He's going to talk to us about what's going on in the lumber there. Brother, what's happening?
Good morning, Scott. Thank you for having me, bud. I really appreciate it. Well, before we dive into it, let's take a look at some prices. So July lumber currently, that's your front month, is trading at $523 even. That's also red. We're down $5 over here with, very light volume. I wanted to see what they ended up posting. So we had, not too bad. It picked up a little bit in the last couple of minutes while I was on hold, but we're up to about 200 plus trades. September, which is soon to be your lead, is sitting at $537.50, and that's down also about $5. Well, Scott, last 2 weeks of lumber trading have been the quietest in terms of volume and volatility since, no joke, March of 2023. That is due to a combination of a couple of different factors. First of all, it's been a total holiday market, as you know from being a floor guy. We kind of build up. Our holidays are not just one day on the floor. It's like the whole week building up to it. So last week was Victoria Day in Canada, and as you know, most of lumber traders, a lot of them, big portion of them, are from Canada. So we had a holiday market last week, and then this week's Memorial Day, the slowness continues. So far with this week, all months combined, we've only traded 792 contracts. And remember, we changed the contract to a quarter size. So in terms of rail cars, which that's what lumber is, how it's delivered, that's only 198 rail cars this whole week, which is very low considering some of the major producers produce an estimate about 150 cars a day. So needless to say, that's very quiet for us. But the holiday market is really not the only reason we are so sideways. I believe the current lack of activity is a result of market conditions. Let's take a look at a few of these factors. First of all, lumber since August of 2022 has been in a long-term two-sided market literally for the last 2 years. We have traded between, basically on the low side, 475 to the high side, 625. So that right there gives you a range to trade. So you don't really see activity pick up until you get close to either one of those spots, and traders fully recognize that fact.
Right.
And then current activity also demonstrates the indecision within the lumber market. One side, the futures, is a decent premium to cash. Random Lengths reported cash levels last week, Friday, 490 delivered Chicago. So the board is roughly around a $30 premium. Not too bad of a hedge at that level. On the other hand, traders are concerned with potential bullish factors such as, it's been a dry season up there, so people think forest fires are going to be worse this year than we've seen them. So that's one part of it. And the other is at the current price level, the mills ain't making too much money. So you have a strong possibility of further production curtailments, so there's a lot of, guys kind of on guard because of that. And I think that's why you see the market sit, because there's you can make a case for both sides, but the real elephant in the room still remains interest rates. Until we get that to cool off a little bit, I think secondary housing construction is still going to be king over new home sales. So we got to pay attention to that. And the bottom line is stick to hedging. Don't speculate unless you see a major move, to take a shot on. Other than that, just stick to hedging. I think that's the way to go for the summer, and we'll see what happens.
I agree with you. Interest rates are going to be key, and that's going to affect you big time. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much. Robin Cross. He's with StoneX on the floor in Chicago with the lumber. We're going to go away. We're going to pay some bills. We're going to come back and talk more livestock with me right after this.